Yes, it's me again.
Yeah.
And I'm back.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, trigger more and more. And if you want more, I'll give you more. So in this video, I have achieved this look for you with only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products. Only 5. The 555 deal. This video is for anyone who is a beginner, who just wants to know, you know, the basics of how to apply makeup, what to do with makeup, how to achieve a simple look, a very just put together look. Even if you don't know what to do with certain things, I hope that this video helps you. Just let me know in the comments, especially if you're a beginner, what kind of video you want to see. Before we get into this video, please make sure you subscribe to the More family and make sure you click on that notification bell here to be notified whenever I have a new video. Let's get into this look. So to get started, the first thing that we're going to do is our brows. The brows are what shape the face, sweetheart. So what I like about using this palette here is that I have all the shades that I need for everything. I have an eyebrow shade, which is the black. I have a contour shade, which is this deep brown here. And I have a highlight shade, which is the gold. And I have numerous other colors that I can choose from to put on my lid as well. So if you're on a budget, or you don't really know what to do with makeup, or you're just not sure what to look for, an eyeshadow palette is the way to go. Or even one of those contour palettes with the 3 shades in there. But I prefer an eyeshadow palette because if anything, there's numerous colors that I could choose from. So I'm gonna go in with the black for my brows. So I'm just gonna go in with this brush here. What I like about this brush is that there's a spoolie on one end and an angled brush on the other side. I'm gonna take a mirror and start brushing my brows up. And then I just like to start on the edge here and just add the black where the hairs are quite sparse. I'm not gonna add it in and have like boxy brows. We're not about that life. Which would mainly, for me, be the tail end and a little bit on the front here. And this is a very soft black as well. It's not like a deep jet black. Just go in on the bottom and on the top here. And now I'm just going to turn the brush here on the front and make some hair-like strokes without adding any extra product on the brush. So that's one brow done. Let's go on with the other side. So you could just leave your brows like this, especially if you just got your brows done and you know you have that already highlighted brow and you just quickly fill them in. You could just leave them like this. So I'm gonna go with some concealer. So this is the E.L.F concealer in Deep Cinnamon. It's best to get a concealer that highlights but doesn't give you that halo effect. So something that's close to your skin tone, as well as something that gives you a nice highlight. I'm just gonna take my brush here and just use a little bit of the concealer on there. And just take your time with this process because you don't want the concealer ruining what you've just put on your brows. And then I just go in with my brush and then just blend that out. Now I'm just going to go in on the other side. And now I'm also going to go on the top. You could just leave it like this, you know, this is completely fine. But I like to just go in on the top as well, just to shape up any of the powder that I put on my brows. And then just clean that up. I like to just brush out the front as well, just so I can get that nice transition going. And those are brows done. I'm going to be going in with the Fit Me foundation by Maybelline in 352. So my skin does get oily, so I always try and find a foundation that has a matte finish instead of something that gives me like a dewy finish. And I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand here. Everything that I'm using is very inexpensive. You can get it in your local drugstore. You can find it online. Everything is very cheap that I'm using. So especially if you're just starting out, you don't have to spend hundreds and thousands on products that you have no idea how to use. So next I'm just going to go with my beauty blender. You would want to have it quite damp so it's easier to blend instead of it being dry and then you're dragging the foundation and essentially taking product off. So I'm just going to use the bottom here and just blend that into my skin. Forehead, and I like to go on the bridge of my nose as well. So what I like to do is just let my concealer sit for a little bit, just so when I'm blending it out you actually have that nice highlight going. And go in with the beauty blender and then just use the top part of it and start blending that out. And blending can be quite tedious. It can take a little bit longer than you would expect, but once you get the hang of it, you can do it quite quickly. And you don't have to use as much concealer as I did. You can always just put a little bit on just to cover up any dark circles or any hyperpigmentation or any pimples that you might have. Okay, so that's all blended out. Hey, it's coming together. So next we're gonna go in with some setting or baking powder. So I actually have two setting powders here that I just want to talk to you guys about. Laura Mercier, this is translucent. So once you put it on, there's not going to be any extra color or anything like that. So let me just show you guys the color of this. It's more of like a white powder. And then we have more of a dark brown. This is in Deep Dark from Revolution. It's more of a natural looking baking setting powder. And then we have this setting powder as well. This is from MUA Makeup Academy, and this one is a banana bake. So what I'm gonna go with, I'm just gonna go in with some translucent powder and use the same beauty blender, just the other side of it. So the reason to use a baking or setting powder is just so what you've just concealed doesn't move throughout the day. And even take it along the brows as well, because my brows look shiny throughout the day. So next we're going in with this Revolution palette in Velvet Rose. So I'm just going to put something on my lids real quick. Probably that shade up here. It's more like a burgundy. And we're going to go in with this contour shade, which is a nice brown. This definitely just brings some life and contour and shape into your face. I'm just gonna put it around the temples and my forehead, especially like if you have a big forehead. I got a big forehead, but thank God for a wig. And what I'm also gonna do is do the contour my nose. So I'm just gonna squeeze the brush so it's skinny enough. Or you could just use a smaller brush. We're just gonna go in with our next product, and this is just some concealer. It's an E.L.F concealer 3-in-1 in black, and it's easier to look down and then see where you're actually putting the product on your lashes. And lastly, we're gonna go back into this palette again and highlight. And we're just gonna put it on your nose, the bridge of your nose, and probably a little bit on the side here, just so there's something. Look at that, look. Does the finished look? Very simple. And that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.